Hi, it's Gary Ford from Tiger Hobbies Limited. Welcome to this short video about the Artemis II launch on Wednesday the 1st of April 2026. Today is Thursday the 2nd of April. It's 7 o'clock or so in my warehouse. So I'm a little tired. I was up till 1 o'clock last night. Luckily I only live about a mile and a bit from my warehouse. I was watching obviously the Artemis II launch and the fantastic scenes that we all saw. Obviously, in the background, there are Hawker Hurricanes, so please forgive that. I'm about to set up filming my Hawker Hurricane videos in two parts, following up from our Spaceflight at 90 video. But in front of the camera, obviously, is the Revell 1/144 scale NASA Artemis II SLS Space Launch System that's on sale at Tiger Hobbies, www.tigerhobbies.co.uk. And we do it for £40 and 49p, which is really good value. And if you use your YouTube code YT10, you'll get another 10% off. It makes it a really good value. We've only got 4 or 5 of these in stock at the moment, and I will be getting more, but I'm not quite. I'll be doing my stock upon the safe return of the crew of Artemis II. So this is really historic. 1972, Gene Cernan and his crew, the last ones to get to the moon. And since then, we've, apart from sending the odd probes, the Chinese have been busy, though, in the last 10 years, sending unmanned probes and things and sample catchers back to the moon. But now human race is taking more interest in the moon, because if they are to go to deep space, they'll need the moon as a basic launch area. If you go back to 1969, I was about 9 years old in July 1969, as an excited little boy, being able to stay up all night to watch Neil Armstrong, along with Buzz Aldrin, and obviously not forgetting Michael Collins orbiting the moon in the command module. It was really exciting, and where's the effect? One small step for man, one huge step for mankind. And now, for the first time, young people will see another human at least going to the moon, and hopefully very soon a manned flight to the moon, and see a human for the first time in, well, it's going to be over 50 years, stepping on another world, which is obviously really exciting. Obviously, as I said in my previous video, which I covered a little bit the Artemis, just to introduce it at the end of my Star Race construction kit video, travel into space is never ever routine. There's always that element of danger. But obviously NASA and all the agencies involved in this have obviously tested and retested, and there's been a number of aborted launches. I don't care if they aborted 10 launches, 20 launches, 30 launches. It's got to be right, because, you know, there's the crew of 4 on this mission, an extra 1 compared to the Apollo 8 and Apollo 11 missions and the later Apollo missions. Obviously, the parallels as well. What happened in 1969? During the Apollo missions, America was embroiled in a war, embroiled in the Vietnam War, and as they launch Artemis II, yet again America's fighting a war. So I'm going to quote from the musician Barry Maguire from his The Eve of Destruction, and these words are strangely poetic. I'm not going to sing them, I'm just going to quote them. You may leave here for 10 days in space, not 4 days in space, but when you return, well, it's the same old place. The pounding of the drums, the pride and disgrace. You can bury your dead, but don't leave a trace. Hate your next door neighbour, but don't forget to say grace. So those words are quite poetic, as things don't seem to change after 50 odd years. But in the end, it's all about the crew of Artemis II. So the crew are Reed Wiseman, commander, Victor Glover, pilot. There's always got to be a pilot, somebody says. Some sucker's got to land this thing. Mission specialist, Christina Cook. Get that pronunciation right. It looks like K-O-C-H, like Koch, but it's not. I listened to the NASA bio on, and it's Cook. And also Canadian Jeremy Hansen as the other mission specialist. Now, they're going on a much longer flight than Apollo 8 and further into space than any human's been. So this is around about a 700,000 mile round trip. When Apollo 8 slingshot round the moon, I think they're about 80 or 100 miles above the surface, something like that. These are not. These are much, much further, deeper into space. So they're going to get a full view of the what is known as the dark side of the moon. And then the rocket then will, or the spacecraft, will then slingshot around the moon. So no doubt orbit a few times, then slingshot around the moon. Now, when it comes to speed, the fastest a human has ever travelled so far was those Apollo missions. So when the rockets actually slingshot around the moon, they were doing something like 37,500 miles an hour. And no doubt they'll be certainly doing some speeds. I know not long after they got into space itself, they were doing the usual 17,500 miles an hour before they punch out to the 250,000 mile journey to the moon. But the amount of miles they're travelling is going to be around about 700,000 miles. So it's an incredible journey, an historic journey, of course. And we all hope for a safe return and a successful journey to the astronauts, or as we say, star sailors. It sounds nice, star sailors, which obviously it is the translation. They should be, again, coming back in about 10 days' time. So once back on Earth, once the craft has got back and landed and the crew's safe, then we shall make a big push with selling of this Revell Artemis rocket. We'll also have the AIRFIX one back in stock. Luckily, if AIRFIX has got any stock, but at least Revell are preparing for this. No doubt we'll have plenty of stock. So once again, thank you for watching this short video about the NASA Artemis II historic journey back to the moon, first time in 50 years. And again, we've got just a few of these Artemis in stock at the moment. As of the 2nd of April 2026, I think we've got 4. And they're normally $44.99. It's a little cheaper than the AIRFIX, but it's exactly the same size scale, 1/144. And at the moment it's £40.49. But use your YouTube code YT10 at www.tigerhobbies.co.uk. And again, once again, thank you for watching this video about Artemis II.